Hello guys, Igor here, and today we are going to comment one of the most important updates Google launched through the years. That is the Google Helpful Content Update. Google have been working on in a way to bring you the best content written by human, content that would be relevant for you and your audience. The idea here is that you're going to find on SERP, on the first page, the best content to solve the user's problem. That's the idea. And this is a human interaction. Writing well is, and I think always will be, a human. And what Google wants to do is to improve their algorithm in a way that they will identify the best content. What Google does not want is that content that is written by a machine, AI copywriting tool, that is unhelpful is going to SERP because they are taming the algorithm. That is the thing that Google does not want to happen. So it's pretty simple. Is the AI copywriting tools dead? No, in any way. The machine content is dead or will be dead soon. So the websites that are creating multiple content based exclusively in a machine, they will fall down. But if you are using AI copywriting tools to create relevant content, you use the AI as inspiration, as a way to create and construct your paragraphs, and then you add relevant content, helpful content to users, so you are safe. The idea here is that you can create automated paragraph. You can use the AI to help you to write, but you cannot use the AI to write for you. So those who are using the AI to write from them will have a relevant impact from the next Google update and so on, because they will keep improve the algorithm. Google wants the best writers and the best content on SERP. That is the idea here. It's pretty simple to understand. Okay? So you don't need to stop to use AI. Keep using AI copywriting tool to help you to write. But remember that the human way to write, the idea of having a real brain, creating real content that address people issue, is what will get you on the first page of Google. So now it's important for you to understand what mistakes you may be incurring on, and just fix it to create the best content for your audience. Okay, so let's understand what Google wants. So they just start the update saying that they want to focus on people first content. People first content is not that you are manually writing all your content. No, is that there's a human brain. They're creating helpful content for users, and they're not adding, chunking of paragraph that does not bring anything to the table. So if you are only adding words or only adding keywords because, any software are telling you that you need to do that, you are going to have a relevant impact. The best writers with the best content will be on SERP. That is the Google idea, and I think they are right. You still need to follow SEO relevant practice, and Google says on that update that the first focus is to read and understand the Google best SEO practice, because they are telling you and they have a guide for it. And Google is explaining here what is a first, what's the people first content blog article. Let's understand here. They say, do you have an existing or intended audience for your business or site that would find the content useful if they came directly to you? Do you have a need? You need to write for a need. Do you have it? So it's okay. Another one, does your content clearly demonstrate first-hand expertise and a depth of knowledge? Do you know your subject? Do you have the authority? Things that are important to SEO is your background. So Google tried to crawl that. Who is writing that article? Do you have the knowledge for that? Do you know about the subject? And do you demonstrate that you know about the subject when you are writing about it? So if you are writing about medieval history, do you know about that? Are you adding relevant content? If you are trying to answer the question, does God exist? Do you know about that? Do you have any background about philosophy of religion, and you are, adding relevant information about the existence of God? That's the thing. Does your site have a primary purpose or focus, or about the niche? You have a niche, and you're going to start to write about that niche. If you have a blog about law, you are addressing the lawyer's need, and you are writing about, jurisprudence, what the Supreme Court is deciding about the most important law subjects of your nation. And when you are writing about it, you're not only summarizing content. You are adding new information that are relevant for your users. After reading your content, will someone leave feeling they've learned enough about the topic to help achieve their goal? Have you answered your question? Have you addressed your topic? Does your title summarize what you are writing? What is the body of your content? And do you have a good conclusion, not a generic one? Will someone reading your content leave feeling like they've had a satisfying experience? So you are writing well, you divide well your paragraphs. It's easy to understand. Are you keeping in mind our guidance for core updates and for product reviews? There's a new product reviews update this year, and it's really important to get to know about that. I may create another video about that issue. So they are, telling you that they intend to focus on product reviews as well. And now I want to say they are going to start with the English content, and then they will go global. So if you have a website in Italian or Spanish, you will not be impacted right now, but start to prepare yourself, because this will be global, and they are starting with English content. Avoid creating content for search engines first. Why? Because search engines will not read your article. People will read your article. That's why Google wants you to create the better content for humans. Let's go to the questions. Is the content primarily to attract people from search engines rather than made for humans? So are you trying to train the algorithm, or are you writing to solve people's problems? Okay, so create article for humans, for your audience. Are you producing lots of content on different topics in hopes that some of it might perform well in search results? Don't do that. Create your own content. Follow the trending. It's really good when you are trying to create content in the internet to try to find the trending. Follow the trending. Create content that people want, that people want to read, that will solve people's problem. Are you using extensive automation to produce content on many topics? That's the core question. Is Google trying to crack down the AI copywriting tool? No. They're telling here, are you using extensive automation? You can use the AI to help you to write, but you can't use the AI to write for you. Okay, so how I use the AI? I use the AI to help me to create the paragraph, to structure the paragraph, and then I change everything. Okay, it's only a way, you're blocked, you need, some kind of inspiration, and the AI will help with that. AI is for inspiration, not to replace the writer. Those who think the writers will, are you mainly summarize what others have to say without adding much value? You need to add value. You need to add new content. If you're writing about the life of Barack Obama or Donald Trump, they don't want you to only summarize what people wrote about them. They want you to create new content and add new information that will make your article better to solve people's problem. In that way, knowing about the real history about those personalities. Are you mainly Are you writing about things simply because they seem trending and not because you'd write about them otherwise for an existing audience? Yeah, it's what I said about trending. Follow the trending, but the trending that are relevant for your needs, not only any trending. So remember that your blog will need to have a whole structure that fits on that will be relevant. It's like dressing, like choosing what kind of t-shirt, clothes you're going to use. Everything needs to fit. So you can't just select shoes that will not fit with your. So try to create a blog post that are relevant and that they have content, and the articles will dialogue with. Does your content leave readers feeling like they need to search again to get better information from other sources? Have you answered the question? Have you given relevant information? They need Google wants your user to find your website. And remember, they are promoting your website for free. So they want users to find your website, and they will go to the blog post and they will find the relevant information that they need to solve their problem. They will not find okay? So start to write well. If you want to be on top and just don't have any fear about the algorithm, try to be real. Try to be you. Try to write for people and try to solve people's problem. Writing relevant content as an expert would be writing about it. That's why when Harvard, for instance, write about a topic, you likely find it on SERP. Does your content leave readers feeling like they need to search again to get okay? Are you writing to a particular word count because you've heard or read that Google has a preferred word count? No, they don't. They're saying here, they don't have a preferred word count. So you need to understand those tools like Surfer SEO or Urbanize that will say you need to write certain word count. It's because they are trying to give you, the length, the probable length of the article that will fulfill the complexity of the topic. So it's not that you need to have one keyword. That likely one keyword is what you need to address all the relevant aspects of the topic. So it's not about writing any paragraph to achieve 1K. It's writing everything relevant up to 1K. And if not, if you summarize everything well and add new information, that's okay. You don't need to write, irrelevant stuff only to achieve 1K because Surfer SEO said you need to do that. Okay? Because it's not about a preferred length. It's not about a particular word count. When the SEO tool is telling you that you need, to go around 1K words, it's because maybe the complexity of the topic will need you to go a little bit further to achieve likely 1 keyword. Did you decide to enter some niche topic area without any real expertise, but instead mainly because you thought you'd get search traffic? Google is saying, please don't write about you don't understand. So if you want to get into content marketing about your niche, write about what you know. Google wants the experts on search. Does your content promise to answer your question that actually has no answer? Such as suggesting there's release date for a product, movie, or TV show when one isn't confirmed. That's the fake news issue. Don't create fake news. Don't write about fake news. Don't write about things you don't know. Does God exist? Of course. They came yesterday here. Okay? So write about things that you can say. You can say, yes, God exists because there is a Christian history about that, etc., etc., etc. Or there is a TV show launch, Family Adams, yes. Or no, tell about what you have, that you researched, that you know about, that will give helpful information with no fake news, please. So that's the Google Search Central up. Not like I found some tips here that I'm going to give you. So for instance, find ways to add statistics and give an external links. Not only statistics that you find on SERP, but write about real statistics, about your subject, about your issues. Add external links. Create, many paragraphs. Define well your paragraph. Don't just, write everything without paragraph. Add your unique perspective. Use I and you to give your own perspective. That's an important tip. Remove any content from the page that is not useful. That's the thing about, don't write a particular word count. Your AI just wrote something that does not add value. You're not going to add that paragraph. Add examples. Yes, because examples will make your article unique, different from others. That's the thing here. AI copywriting tool is not that. They will keep improving themselves. And Google is not like, I'm going to strike the copywriting thing, the AI copywriting thing. I don't want AI. No. AI is a tool. AI is not the writer. It's what Google is saying. What you need to do. I hope you like that video. If you like, please, I have added 2 links on the description. You can check out Jasper, and you can check out another AI copywriting tool that I like it and that I bought it. And I just added those links in the description. I hope you like that review. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.